Creating a Google Classroom is pretty straightforward. You do need to have a Google account, but it does not need to be an educator account. So you can simply search Google Classroom, click here, it'll allow you to log in to a Google Classroom. If you have more than one Google account, you'll have to select which account you want to use. In my case, when I do that, it brings me into the Google Classrooms that I've already set up, but we're going to work on creating a new classroom together so that you can see how to do that. So we're going to create a class. We're going to say that yes, we've read the notices, and no, I'm not using this at school with students. We do have to give the classroom a name. We don't have to include any of these other pieces. You're welcome to if you want to, if that helps you organize things. Once our classroom creates, then we'll be able to set up information within that classroom. We can start creating announcements. We can share the code with someone else. So I'm going to work through a class that I've already started here and show you how this works. You can select a theme, upload a photo for your classroom. Again, this is the class code. This is what you will share to invite people to your classroom. You can create your announcements. In this case, I have linked to the Family Life pamphlet, the portion of it which BSA has available for everyone. I've linked to a web source that shows a lot of videos that are useful for family life. And now I'm going to work on creating some assignments within here. So I'm going to go to classwork. I like to organize my classwork into different sections for each of the requirements, and then I do subparts to those sections. So we're going to add our topic. I have found that when I create assignments, it creates from the most recent at the top, which is great. But if I start numbering my assignments from 1 at the requirement level, that ends up listing them backwards. So I've started creating them from the bottom up. So in this case, I will create the topic and add. Within that topic, then I will create an assignment, and I like to copy directly from the current merit badge pamphlet so that I know that I am using the exact language. You could put the entire description of the merit badge in your section or in your title and then add instructions. I like to put this in the instructions, but then I add a little bit of more information. About how our students can submit their information. You'll notice that there is a point scale. You can use those, you cannot use those. I tend to change this to ungraded. I'm not sure whether that's the best process or not, but it works for me because obviously we're not grading these assignments. I don't put in a due date. I do select that I want this to be part of the topic. It's for my Family Life Merit Badge. It's for everyone. And so then I will assign that. And now you can see I have this as one of the classroom assignments. One of the other things that is really important as you set up your classroom, in order to be YPT compliant, you need to have another adult in the classroom. Again, no one-on-one contact. That is for digital as well as anything else. So you could add another teacher, and that makes it very simple because any other teachers in your classroom can see all communication between you and any of your students. The students will only see the communication with them. So you want to, if you're working one-on-one with a youth, you might add their parent as a teacher. If you are working with your patrol, you might add an assistant scoutmaster. You might add a district commissioner or a district exec. You might add your unit commissioner. A lot of variety of who you can add, but definitely add another teacher before you put any students in this classroom so that you are never one-on-one with your students. So I'm going to switch over to another classroom where I already have things going on, and you can take a look at what this looks like. So this is my gardening merit badge. Again, my class code is up there at the top. I have some different announcements that I've added in, some fun things that apply. Of course, there's my merit badge pamphlet from BSA, some good resources I've linked in because we can do virtual field trips to meet the field trip requirement. I've linked in some options that would help the scouts who are taking this. And then here's my list of all of the assignments, which are just the requirements for the merit badge. In the classwork section, then again, it shows all of the requirements. It shows whether it's a do all or a do one. Then you can see the various people that I have. I have a number of teachers in this one because I have some scoutmasters from different areas that I have added in as teachers so that they can keep an eye on their scouts as well. And then there are a number of scouts in here. When you take a look then at grades, you can start to see where scouts have turned in various of the requirements. And so then I can go to this particular scout. I can take a look at what they have provided. And I can provide feedback for them. So in this case, they're looking at the nutrition for various of the vegetables. If I want to provide comments to the scout on this, say that, you know, I'd like to see them give me a little more information, or great job, or have you thought about this? I can add those private comments. Now, again, important note, they're private to other students who are in the classroom. They are not private to the other teachers in the classroom, which is why it's so important for youth protection that we add another teacher or more to our classroom.